Hello everybody, back here again for Vlog a Day, and today is Saturday the 20th, and today was a stunningly beautiful day today. Started off a little bit chilly, not too bad, warmed up nicely, and then got chilly again, so it kind of is what it is. So yeah, went ahead, got this morning, came out here, jumped in the hot tub for a while, spent, I don't know, like an hour and a half out here in the hot tub, longer than I probably should be, but I had the temperature turned down to like 101, I think, right now, and then it drops from the colder temperatures. It drops down to like 98 fairly quickly. So by the time I get out of here, I'm at 98. So it's not like I'm sitting here at 104 the whole time cooking my body. So went ahead, got a few things taken care of this morning. Just kind of nothing, just simple stuff. Ended up having myself some avocado and crackers. Ironically enough, I just didn't feel like having toast, so I grabbed some crackers and just kind of dipped it out of there like I was eating chips and guac, but instead I was using crackers. So some wheat crackers actually. Went ahead from there. Karen got up following stuff, and decided she wanted to go do some yard selling. So we basically hopped in the car, went and did some yard selling. I kind of joked about taking the motorcycle, and she goes, "It was chilly here." But she goes, "Yeah," and I said, "I don't think I could hold the motorcycle off my shoulder. I wouldn't feel safe on it." So we didn't take the bike. I would by myself, probably would have. I rode the bike, no big deal with my arm hurting like this, but not with her on the back. I just don't want to put somebody else at risk in the process. So went ahead, hit some yard sales. Nothing really that great, nothing special. Saw a couple open house signs and stuff, kind of went through and ended up in one of the open houses, and it was new construction, and the place is just a dump. Like, there's so many mistakes in there. Like, there's open, like they put the metal trim on around the drywall where you mud over it to kind of basically protect the corners when you bang into stuff. Didn't even mud over it. Like, it's in the furnace room, but still, like, it's a washroom and stuff. Like, you're in there, like, it's just this open, ugly metal ass trim sticking out that's gonna be almost impossible to keep clean. It's just, it would have taken 5 more minutes while you're mudding, not even, to do this. Like, there's so many little things. Problems, they cut around the tile around the edges where they've cut the tile wrong, and that now the trim doesn't cover it around the doorways and stuff. And I was just like, what the hell? There's nobody else in the house, just the real estate agent, who is just an agent for this major construction companies building, I don't know, one of these a month or some shit, maybe 2 or 3 a month. I don't know how many they're building. They're building a bunch of these things. Low shit, contractor grade quality, just dumpy houses. $275,000 for this dump. But and I was just talking to my wife about the fact of here and there and whatnot. And the lady started off as weird. Like, she came out, she's like, basically says the house, she goes, "Who are you?" And I'm like, Karen's like, "I'm Karen." And I'm like, "I'm Patrick." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And it wasn't like that, "Hey, like, how are you guys doing? Are you in the market for housing or nothing?" It was just like, I don't know, who knows. And it could have been the simple fact that she saw us pull up on our little shit box, Ford Focus, and prejudged us and thought, well, I can't afford nothing. Didn't realize we have a pre-qualified letter, and we've been looking for a house and could easily, finance that place, because with no debt and no bills and stuff, paid for house, paid for everything, it's a lot simpler in life to make those type of payments. But so she came off immediately as aggressive. My wife noticed and pointed out, which she usually does not, notice that about people, but she came off aggressive and stuff. And we were looking around, just hadn't at that point hadn't said a word about any of the construction quality. And as we're walking around, Karen opens the cabinet doors, and it like catches on the microwave, like it won't even actually open. As she opens it, makes this loud popping sound, and then she closes the cabinet and like makes a popping sound. I'm like, what the hell? I said, "Is this new construction?" She got, so, "Well, who's the builder?" The one has to look it up, which ironically it's on the sheet. But we're walking around pointing out a couple other little things here and there of different issues of whatnot. And the sun is kicking my ass. It's like moving on me as the sun's coming up. But went ahead and basically looked at a few other things, and there was just tons of little problems. Like, I understand the fact that, there's going to be a few mistakes. Not everybody has as much eye to detail as I do, but there's just like, it's filthy, it's dirty. There's like drywall dust. And this thing's been on the market now for over a month. They haven't touched it, I believe. She said, so it's been on the market for over a month, fully finished. Just bring in a clean crew. It's $50. You can have somebody come through and clean the whole thing, wipe off the shelves, wipe off the drywall dust, whatever and stuff. I was not a big fan. But walked in the bathroom, there's like big giant holes in the drywall, like where they had hung, I assume they're different lights and changed the lights out, or they changed their mind to put different lights up, so maybe they actually hadn't even installed them yet. But it was these giant holes in the drywall that were next to where the light fixtures were. So like, I assume where the old light fixtures were. And I'm like, so now I gotta come, they've already painted and stuff. Like, you gotta come back and touch this stuff. There's also tons of paint mistakes and stuff, all kinds of things. And I'm like, what the hell? And I kind of, as I was talking about, just to my wife again, not to the real estate agent, just kind of complaining. We look in, and there's this beautiful bathroom. We love the shower. Like, the shower is gorgeous. All this beautiful tan shower, and those little 1-inch like octagon tiles. and they're like about 1 foot square chunks, these little 1 inch tiles, but they're a little bit odd shaped. They're not just perfectly square because the octagon kind of hides the seams. And we look in there, and it's beautiful, just gorgeous shower. We like the shower a lot. Like, we're like, yeah, we'll take that shower, no big deal. And you look in the middle, not dead center in the middle, but back away from the middle, just a little off centered. There's a shit brown, like 1 foot by 1 foot chunk of these little 1 inch octagon tiles. And I'm like, whoa, that's not right. Like, they grabbed it from the wrong batch. Like, it's not like, oh, there's a little difference. Or if you notice that you have these and you don't have any more of the light tan, at least cut up the brown one, cut out a few others, and place them around the power, so it kind of hides, or at least put it back in a corner so it looks like maybe the shadow doesn't notice it so much. Nope, bright dead center, right into the door, not even on top of the drain, nothing, just like this shit brown instead of this tan. I'm like, what the hell? And as I mentioned, I said, there seems to be, she goes, what are problems with the house? I said, well, there seems to be some issues, like there's some problems, there's a lot of mistakes in here that aren't here for new construction. I want to check who the builder was. I want to make sure I don't hire them to build me a house if I was ever to hire a contractor to build me a house. And she got all like bent out of shape and pissy and stuff. And she goes, well, they'll take care of those mistakes and stuff. It's like it's like a blue list or something, or a dot list, or I don't know, some bullshit thing. I guess when you buy the house, after you buy it, then they'll come back in and you mark all these things off. They'll come back in and fix them later. And I'm like, why not just fix them now? Like, wouldn't it make more sense? Because that way I don't have to move in here, have construction guys in here trying to fix things and repair guys and stuff. Just fix them or do it right to begin with. But I said, you're telling me they're going to take out all the tile in that bathroom to replace the shit brown tile with where the tan is and stuff. And she goes, blah, blah, blah. She goes, you know what? She goes, you can just leave. You can just have a great day. I'm saying, excuse me? I said, what the hell? And she goes, he's been here bashing this place since morning. I said, well, it's kind of giving me some examples of what to bash. And I was always told by many other real estate agents, hey, be honest with us, because we need to know what you guys are thinking out there as buyers, because we need to tell our owners, our contractors, our whatever that are doing this stuff. So who knows, maybe they can fix the problem and not have the next person who may not speak up so quickly, who might want to buy this house but sees it and goes, I don't want to live with that crap the rest of my life, so I'm not going to buy this house, not realizing you guys are going to come in and fix it. So she basically got all kinds of bent out of shape. Like, she was just mad. Like, she was just mad. It was so funny. I started laughing and walked out. Actually, I continued to look. I looked in the rest of their bedroom stuff. I had only seen like half the house already. Somebody had looked the rest of the bedrooms, and they're like, have a great day. So I was like, who cares? I went over to the next place, and ironically, I think Karen thinks it's actually her husband that we looked at his house, and same builder. I'm not certain, because it is this crew is a better crew. They did less problems in the process, but they still knocked some holes in the wall, and they're opening the house, and this one's clearly a construction site still, and he's like, hey, it's under construction still. They got to finish it up. They got to make the changes, then and I'm like, okay, cool. She could have said something, but hers wasn't. Hers was moving ready supposedly. Just there was problems that need to be fixed, but I was like, he was much nicer, much cooler guy, was not all bent out of shape. And we pointed out problems in that house too, although there was fewer of them. But my thing is, I understand the market's hot right now for buyers, and holy crap, man, they're just buying up everything like the moment it goes in the market. But this house had like a giant hole knocked in behind where the stove was. They had put the wire in the wrong spot, they had to rewire it over, which again is just mistakes. It had a busted window, which I don't know if it's from foundation sagging or if it was just somebody hit it with a shovel or who the hell knows what. But like, there's just like a lot of problems, holes knocked in the walls and stuff. I'm like, you're never gonna be able to match that texture. And do I want to look at this house, $275,000, that I maybe, who knows, will live the rest of my life in? Do I want to always look back and remember ugly knocked in holes behind the stove and stuff? No, I don't want to look at that. I want to assume this thing was done right. I don't want to go to I don't want to go get myself a Corvette, and I get there and the guy's like, oh yeah, we smashed a big freaking scratch right on the fender, but we're gonna have the guys touch it up. They'll repaint it. You'll never see it, or mostly not see it when you pick the car up. No, I want my car to look right. I don't want to like, oh yeah, that's that big tear. Yeah, Billy got in with a screwdriver in his back pocket. Just rip that seat all to shit, but we're going to put a patch panel in it. It's going to be fine. You probably won't notice it once we're done, but go ahead and buy it today, and then we'll fix that seat tomorrow. No, fix the seat now, or get me a new car that hasn't had a ripped up, tore up seat to begin with. So went ahead, left there, hit a couple of yard sales, kind of just hung around a little bit. Nothing we couldn't live without. Got back here to the house. I was exhausted. I don't know, so tired. I just could not stay awake hard. I was like wanting to take a nap, and I kind of joked with my wife, like, hey, let's take a nap together. You watch one of your stupid chick movies. I'll lay here. I'll get credit for being romantic and cuddling behind you on the couch and that. She decided she wanted to go up to her dad's instead, why she didn't have me go do it this week and take him to the store and stuff, I don't know. But she had talked to me about some taxes and some other stuff. I guess he screwed up his taxes back in like 2018, or back in 2018, whatever and stuff, and like, I don't know, he owes him a few $1,000. I'm not sure what the hell it was. He didn't report some income or something. So she has to go take care of that stuff and whatnot. She went up there, took him to the store, got some of their groceries, shopping and stuff done. And this sun, I'm just at the time where it's starting to peek over my house and it's really kicking my butt. So let's see if I can't figure this out here. Maybe that works. But went ahead and basically I didn't go. I'm like, I don't feel like going and walk around Publix and stores and stuff because I don't like to be around people any more than I have to with the germs and stuff. And then you're just going to talk to me about taxes, so I'm not really there for that either. It's not like we're trying to solve a problem or fix issues. You just got to look and see if he screwed up and or not. And it turns out he did screw up, so he did the tax himself that year, of course. And then now he owes a bunch more money, which he got a refund back. And of course that money's gone. It's a whole pain in the butt. So now he owes money on it. He owes money for the wrecked car, a stolen car, for deductibles and stuff too. And it's piling on right now. So fun stuff. But yeah, so she went up there and did that. I stayed here at the house. Really wanted to take a nap, but for some reason I cannot nap on my own. Like I've tried before, like when Karen's at work, some stuff at home. If I cannot nap. Like I don't know. 10% of the time I try and take naps, I fall asleep, and the rest of the time I wake up more mad that I didn't fall asleep than I did. Would have if I would have kept on moving. So got a couple things done, jumped on the computer, checked some YouTube stuff and whatnot, and then basically got my run in, got back here after my run. Karen said she's on her way home. I said, hey, do you feel like pizza tonight? She's like, yeah, why not? So I said, would you pick it up if I find someplace new we haven't eaten pizza at before? She said, absolutely. So we found a new place there in Port Orange. She grabbed it on the way back, worked well, got here, knocked out the pizza. She ended up basically hanging out inside, watching some shows, played a bunch of pinball. Ended up, I beat her 4 games in a row, and then she's like, well, let's keep playing. Which ironically, last night she beat me 4 games in a row and she wanted to stop because then she got to go to bed knowing she beat me 4 games in a row. Tonight we won 4 games in a row. I won 4 games in a row and she wanted to keep playing. So then she beat me 1 game and I beat her 1 game. So it is one of those things we had a great little laugh at. Of course, she didn't want to go to bed 4 down, kind of thing. So it is what it is. But it was one of those things where if I would almost kind of feel like I had to lose because like I would have been here all night, like 8 up until she finally won one kind of thing. So I kind of make sure I lost one of the 2 in this third round through. So she went ahead and started watching Outlander. I just thought I was going to come out here and possibly have myself a cigar and my back of my throat just hurts about that stupid polyp thing that's just still there. I cannot get rid of. Just was not worth having. So I just said to hell with it. Ended up going to the bedroom, got on the computer a little bit, and then I just watched some more YouTube and checked up a couple of things. And I was just exhausted. I just went to bed. It was like 9 o'clock. I was heading to bed. Like it was 8:30. I think I was heading to bed actually. And Karen was getting in the shower, and I'm like, I'm sleepy. Like I just went down, laid down, watched a little bit of stuff on the iPad, and then crashed the hell out. I have no idea what time I was actually asleep. No clue. But it was way early. It was early enough that I fell asleep before I normally should. I didn't turn on my cricket sound, my noisemaker, to help keep me asleep. So that's when I fall asleep quickly when I do not set my stuff up correct. I didn't even plug my phone in to charge it. It was ridiculous stuff. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.